Hey guys, welcome back again for the second part of the Pinocchio journal. So in today's video we're going to start making some of the ephemera for our journal. So remember from my last video, these are going to go directly into the signature, so we don't really want to mess with those for the ephemera pieces. These are covers. This one's going to be the spine piece, this is the front cover, and then this is the back cover. So we're going to set that aside as well. Now we're going to start making some ephemera pieces. So before we do that, we're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need space on your desk for one, which I do not seem to have. You're going to need space on your desk. You're going to need your pieces that you want to use for your ephemera. Then you're going to need some filler. And what I mean by that is you're going to need book pages, music pages, coffee dyed paper, scrapbook paper, anything like that. Now, when we were gathering the materials, we just basically went through all of our books that, or papers that we might want to use as like goodies inside the journal itself. So there's that. So we're going to set that aside for now. While I was looking for the papers, I did find a couple more things. I have this little bucket here, and it's just got, like, my kids like to play with board games, and then they end up losing the pieces. So before I throw them away, I keep some of the pieces, because you can't really play the game if you don't have all the pieces. So I did end up keeping some of the pieces to, like, the Monopoly, the Pictionary, and such like that. And then I'm not really sure where this came from, honestly, but it's a Yahtzee tally marker thing, so I have that in there. Then I also found these guys here. This one is Crazy 8's card game, apparently not even opened. I got these at, where did I get these? I think I got these at a Goodwill. I mean, they're pretty old, so get off my hand. This one's also not open. And we can use these either as, like, I'm just going to put them in a little tuck spot or a envelope or whatever. Or you can use these to start your tags. Wow, these are, holy crap. Okay, so these are shapes. Ooh, they're all like bent. So these are shapes. Find the circle. I figured this would be really cute for like kids books, so I'm gonna keep those aside. And then this one's the Crazy 8 game. Actually, I'm just gonna put these in here because that's kind of what they are. Get rid of that. If I can get rid of the packaging, I will. And so there's a lion, giraffe, a toucan, elephant, monkey, zebra, alligator, tiger. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so there's that. I don't think we need the instructions. Jeez, okay. I don't know, I might be able to use them for something though, so I'm gonna put them back here. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to grab a couple of your book pages. So I just grabbed a book off my shelf. I haven't broken this one down yet, so the pages are still in it. I actually got rid of a lot of my book pages that I had right before we moved, because I don't know if you guys know this, but in the military you're only allowed a certain amount of weight. So I had to get rid of a lot of that weight. So I'm going to go ahead and just start ripping some of these pages out. And we're going to start making some tags and such. Now these all come out pretty easy. Also too, this is a signature bound book. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull some of these signatures out, because I can use that for in the journal. I'm going to go ahead and put it with the my signature stack here. Gosh, this is so old. It's not even cutting. It's just ripping. Of course, now it's not going to. There we go. All right, so we definitely want to throw that all over ourselves. We definitely want to keep this. I have a very large stack of these because this is how I make my journals. Not this one, but this is how I make my journals typically. So I'm going to keep this. We're going to set that aside. And we're going to go back to our pages. I know there's signatures in here because I can feel them as I'm pulling them out. So I'm going to grab one of the signatures here. So what I did was I pulled one page, and you can see how it comes apart like that. Just go ahead and grab all of these back here, like that. And I don't want to rip them because I want to keep the integrity of the paper. So I'm going to cut the string here. Just be careful when you're cutting, don't cut yourself. And this glue is so old. I'm sorry if you guys see my head at all. I'm trying to get to where I can see the paper that and the twine that I'm cutting here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this because we can use this in the journal. Oh, what's the name of this book? This is The Great American Bandwagon, a study of excavations by Charles Murs. I don't know when the copyright is. Really long time ago. Does that count? 1928. 1928. So, yeah, we're going to keep these because we want to use these inside. Now, make sure, if you're using this for a kid's book, make sure there's nothing on the pages that is like, that you wouldn't want your kids to read. Because if you wouldn't want your kids to read it, then I'm sure you wouldn't want other kids to read it, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to keep this just like this, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 extra little pages that I can add into my signatures. I can do one each signature or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple more pages here because you actually need a lot of pages, and I'll show you why. Because we're going to go through all of it. I'm going to rip this out because I'm going to tear it in half anyway. Alright, so let's see if we have enough here. And things with old books is they should. They make a mess. Alright, so what did I do with my... Oh, I put it over there and then I covered it. There. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to just grab a glue stick. It doesn't matter what kind, because we're going to start gluing pages together. And why we're gluing pages together is because we are going to create a... That's a nice picture. I think I might save that. We're going to create a few tags. And so if we want to do that, we want our tags to be nice and sturdy and strong. So, this one is a little dry. Let's grab, I don't even have a scrap piece of paper in there. I just have a lot of tape remnants. Alright, so I don't know what got on top of my glue stick here, but it got like all kooky and weird. So I'm just scraping that off because I don't really want it on my book. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't like it. So, oh, don't mind me. I was scraping all this stuff off the thing. Okay, now that you have a functioning glue stick, I'm just going to glue this together. And another thing I like about the glue stick is it dries quick. No fuss, no muss, just glue it on top of itself. Now, depending on how thick you want your tags, that's how many sheets you're going to glue together. I'm going to do probably 3 or 4. So we're going to glue here. And I mean, you could use tape if you wanted. The whole point is just to get it to glue together. I think this glue is old is the problem. Because it's like, now it's just falling apart. Alright, so there's another one. I don't know, I think I might do one more. And once you have all of your, geez, my knees, I might just do wet glue, because this is gonna drive me crazy. That's a lot of glue right there. It just like came off my thing. All right, we made that kind of crooked, and if you do, just peel it up. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't really want a huge gap there. There's like a, alright, oh, that's gonna make a great tag. Okay, so once you have all that done and you have your glue all over the place, I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple more of these while I'm sitting here yapping with you guys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. So we can do this 3 more times. All right, let's see. Yeah. I'm just trying to decide, because it doesn't really matter what's in between, but you kind of want whatever's going to be on top to be attractive to you. Aw, or you could rip the page completely, but that's okay because we're going to glue several pieces of paper on top of it. And this is how old this paper is. That's like super fragile, which is another reason I might just use wet glue. As I say I'm going to use wet glue, I still maintain the using of the glue stick, which is funny to me. Alright, so here's one. And we're going to put one on the top here. And there we go. And so also too, while you're doing this, it'll give your other pieces some time to dry. Oh, that's a really cool picture too. I want to keep that one too. So I need another, where'd my thing go? I lost it. Oh, I covered it. I keep losing stuff because I keep covering them with this cover. Alright, so that's the middle page, that's the bottom page. There we go. Alright. And like I said in my last video, I'm not sure how much you guys are going to like this particular style of video because I normally don't do this style of video. I normally just do like haul videos, tutorials, and stuff like that. I don't do like the full blown lengthy, okay, this is, you know, all of everything that I'm doing. And if you like this type of video, let me know because I'll definitely do more because I enjoy making them. Because I enjoy talking to you guys while I'm sitting here, you know, doing this. Also, another reason I like doing this is because you get to see, like, firsthand, like, the, like, true process of doing everything. Not just, like, the finished product. And you can see how people, you know, like if you make a mistake, you can see how people either ignore the mistake, like just don't worry about it, or how to fix it, or how to make it seem like there's no mistake at all. Like, I mean, I do all of them. I either ignore it, like, meh, it'll be alright, or, you know, I try to fix it, or hide it, or cover it up. Alright, I am going to need, alright, let's see. We'll do that for the back and that for the front. That way, it's just blank. It's just a blank canvas. The Great American Bandwagon is the name of this. Now, you can do this with many different style of pages. It's also a way to get through your pages. Something to do with your pages. Because if you make these journals and you take books apart to make journals, you're going to find that you do not go through the pages quite as quickly as you go through the covers of the journals. So, you have to get creative when it comes to things to do with the pages. So, and there's lots and lots of videos out there. I mean, I would love to credit one person, but honestly, I'm not sure that I have seen one single idea come from one individual and no one else. So I have no idea where, you know, ideas originate from, who thought of this first, who thought of that first. So all I'm gonna say is there is a ton of videos to show you guys how to use your book pages, what to do with them, you know, stuff like that. And you can get lots of information. You can get lots of inspiration from a lot of these ladies who do the pages and the journals. So we're going to set these aside. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to set these aside for a minute, let them kind of do their thing that they're going to do, which is dry, just in case you weren't aware that that's what I was talking about. We're going to set these aside too, because these are the 2 pictures that I wanted to keep, because I think that'd be kind of cool. Not in this journal, but in a journal. So I have a couple more books. This one is Colorful Movies for the Beginner, which I thought might be fun. I'm not sure. I just grabbed it. It was on the bookshelf. But I don't know that there's anything in here that I can use for this particular journal. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep that over here. And then this one, that's just a Songs of Comfort. That's just a songbook. It's got thingies in it. Oh, this is another signature bound book. Okay, so see how you can see the loops down there, right there? That's how you know it's a signature bound book. And so all I did was I grabbed the first signature, and I'm gonna go to the middle of it. So instead of taking this book apart, which I don't particularly want to do right now, I'm just gonna find the middle of the signature, hopefully. Oh, one more. There we go. And I am going to cut these little strings right here, right there, and right there. Well, maybe. There we go. That way, I can just pull this whole page straight out. I'm going to go and grab a couple of these to go into the journal as is. There we go. And I really like this particular book too because the pages are blue. Like, it's really cool. See? The pages are blue. Anyway, so we'll go back to our signature that we pulled out. Go ahead and grab that. set that aside because I don't think we're going to need any more of that. And we are going to create a couple things. So from here, you can create like different things to go into your journal. So you can create like a little pocket here, like a little folder. And then when you unfold it, I'm gonna cut just a smidge here. I need to grab my scissors. So basically I'm just gonna taper it. Take it from that fold line right there. And we're gonna taper it ever so slightly. So what that does is it gives us a little bit of wiggle room when we put stuff in there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue. This is just Elmer's glue. It's just in a tiny bottle. Actually, it's not even Elmer's glue. It's, what is it? It's white glue from Dollar Tree, actually. That's all it is. Now, I did notice that my needle's rusting, which is weird. So, I'm going to pour some out until it runs clear. There we go. Ah, much better. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing to this side here. I'm going to close that. And I mean, some people will use other glues, but I just use what I have. I have Elmer's glue. I have these little tiny bottles, so I'm going to use them. So now we have this cute little folder pocket that we can add to the journal. We're going to let that dry a little bit. Put just a tad more glue. I don't think I put enough there because I don't want it to bleed out, but bleed out, that sounds really bad. But I want it to stick. There we go. So we're going to set that dry. I'm going to set that aside. It'll dry in a moment. And then let's see, what else can we do here? Oh, we can make side pockets to go this way. So you can tuck them on the inside. Oh, I think, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, or thinking to myself, I have a punch that can create a tag that I think would be really cute. But it's not a tag that I'm thinking about per se. So, I don't know that this necessarily would do good as a side pocket because the paper is pretty fragile. But I could cover it. I don't know. We'll see. Let's make it work. So we're going to put our glue there. Put our glue there. Just fold it in half. And then have it come out the sides. Let's put too much glue on it. And then on this side, I think I want to do I want to do it this way. Oh, maybe not. I think I might leave that as is. So we'll put that there, and then we will create another little pocket here. And put that there. And then another little pocket here. And this, mind you guys, is not going to matter if it's like perfectly straight or not, because, or even rather, because it's going to go in the signature, and like these two pages are not going to be side by side. They're I'll show you guys when we start constructing the signatures, which will be in another video. So there we go, and we put that down. So we have this little page, this little page, and this little page. Then we have our tags over here. So I am gonna go and let's see. I think I want to cut these into 2-inch strips. And I'll show you at least one of them. And I'll show you why here in just a second. And this one. Yeah. Oh, you need to go. Oh, hold on. My plastic's up and it's not supposed to be up. There we go. When it's up like that, my blade won't run. Alright, so we have one of our little tag thingies. And then I'm going to take my punch here. And if you don't have this punch, you can use any punch you want. I'm just going to stick it in there. And we're going to punch it down. Now we have a cute little tag. Now we're going to do that 3 more times to all of these that we just cut down to 2 inches. Get in there. And the last one. Go in there. This paper is so like just soft and doesn't want to move. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. Okay, so what I want to do with my tags is find my ephemera pieces. I also have this little box of like lace and stuff. Get off right here. This is not all of my scraps. This is just the scraps that I happen to have handy. So, I don't really want to put that back in my glue because it made my glue rust. That looks good. We're going to do that one. There. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on that. After I take some of this goop off my Fabri-Tac. There we go. Alright. So, okay. So we're just going to take a line of Fabri-Tac and we're going to put it right on top of the lace here. And I'm sorry if you hear my daughter hollering in the background. She's watching TV with her dad. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to plop that down somewhere. Here looks good. There we go. Alright, and let's see. How big are you? Alright, and let's see. I like these scissors, but I hate these scissors because they always get stuck. Like they get stuck right here and they like close like that. And then I can't open them. Ugh, and it's annoying. So I'm just cutting around this to have a little bit of texture to it versus just a straight edge line. And then something else you guys could do is ink around the edges. I don't know that I'm going to necessarily ink around all the edges because there's a lot of there's a lot of different textures in this particular group of stuff. Alright, so I'll put that there. Oof, oof. There we go. Come out, wherever you are. Alright. That there. And then grasshoppers can leap high. I saw somebody put acetone in their Fabri-Tac to make it thin out just a little bit when it gets like super goopy like this. So I think I might have to do that. Because it's like, it's not cooperating with me. Alright, so there's a cute little tag there. And I'm just going to grab some of my twine over here. Cut it. Like I have this huge thing of twine. It's just cotton. Nothing special. I got it at, pretty sure I got it at Goodwill. You get a lot of stuff at Goodwill or thrift stores. If you guys haven't figured that part out yet. Because crafting in and of itself is a very expensive hobby. So, if I can get it at the craft store, or at the craft store, at the thrift store, then I will. Alright, so there's one. There's one tag down. Alright, so next we're going to look at... Let's see. I think that one's kind of cute. I think I could use that. I'm just going to cut around Pinocchio here. This would be much easier with smaller scissors, but I just happen to grab these. So, I'm going to cut around this. Hey, let go. I think I'm going to cut out that particular candy cane because I don't really want to cut around it. And this is fussy cutting. So, I don't necessarily love fussy cutting. It's not my favorite thing in the world to do. But, I do it anyway. Alright, so, want him there. Let's see. Think. Oh, we could do that. Alright, so, oh, that's folded, that's not cut. Let's cut that. Let's see what's my time sitting at. It is 34 minutes. Yeah, it makes this one snappy. Did a lot of talking in this one. But, like I said in the last video, this is going to be a long process because making journals is a long process, and I plan on taking you guys through the whole thing with me on this, making all of the embellishments, creating the pages, putting the signatures together, you know. Oh no, come back, Pinocchio. Uh-oh, I lost the Pinocchio. Oh, I found him. He was behind my trimmer. Hello. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to cut this out. All right. That. And then, let's see. I feel like I need something bottom here. These are some tickets. And this is when you just start adding stuff because it's missing something. You just don't know what until you just start adding stuff. Let's see. What else do I got here? What's in there? No, I don't want anything in. I don't think I want anything in there. This is. Maybe. I like that one. This is just some chipboard pieces for. What is this from? I think it's from Graphic 45. It's one of their collections. Be Authentic. Oh, I like that one. Alright, so we're going to put that right there. We're going to use a different glue for this because I don't want it to come off, and it might. So I use E6000. Then we're just going to cover the hole here like that. Okay. And then we're going to take our Pinocchio here. And I like the Fabri-Tac on these super thin pieces of paper because it's not going to warp them, but it'll also stick to fabric. Alright, so there is another tag. Some more twine here. I don't think I need quite that much. Get over there. Pretty sure the hardest part of this is like just getting the twine through the little hole. And I have 2 holes to go through now. Ah ha ha, I got it. Alright. And then tie that off. And that one's done. Okay. So next you have oh, I like that. I think I'm gonna wrap that one around. So I'm gonna do it this way though. Ah, okay, maybe not. That just like, that's how old this paper is. Like it just completely came off of that. Okay, so I'm gonna use some Fabri-Tac here and spread it out just a little bit, make it a little thinner layer here. Ah, I keep dropping stuff. Alright, put that on there. Oh, I dried. That there, that there, that there, and that there. Hey, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, let's see. I have Fabri-Tac on my finger. Gotta love spreading Fabri-Tac with your finger. Probably not the most favorite thing in the world to do. Oh, I would be using my tacky glue a lot for this, but it got too tacky. Like, I don't know what happened, but it had a huge hard glop of glue in there. So I wasn't real sure what to do with that. I was pretty sure it is water-based, so I put some water in there. I don't know if that will be suffice. I don't know if it'll work like that, but I'm going to shorten this up a little bit because I want this on the top. Right there. All right. All right, let's see. What we got over here? I'm just digging through. See what else I can put on my tags. I think that might be too big. That one's not though. All right. Hold that. I forgot that I was not in camera. So, I'm gonna cut that out. We're gonna put him right there. Put some glue on the back of that. And voila. That one's done. Oh, almost. One of my time out. Jesus, it's gonna be a long video. I think I might do like the pockets in a part 2 of the embellishments. Or we might just call this one tags, and then we'll do the other one. We'll do envelopes or pockets or tucks or something like that. All right, so there's one. And then our last one here is, let's see, I kind of want to make sure that's not covered up necessarily. So I want to, come here. I'm gonna put this in my little tag punch here. And we are going to line this up with this. Just like so. Okay. Use the I need to get some fingernail polish remover to put into here because I need to try that out. To put some acetone in here. Because it works most of the time, but sometimes it's just so goopy and gloppy. Alright. There we go. Okay, smooth that out. And then cut around the edges here. And you could just leave the tag as is, just like this. I think I might add just a smidge of something to that bottom corner because we didn't get all the way to the corner. But I don't know. Might just leave it, honestly. But yeah. Alright. So your tags can be super complicated, super intricate, and like full of details and tiny pieces and, you know, this, that, and another. Or they could be as simple as that. So we're going to go over the tags again, and then we will start the pockets, and if I can get this inside the hole, then we'll start the pockets and the, oh my gosh, the tuck spots in the next video. I was going to say the second video, but I think this is the second video. And then my nails are actually getting in the way. My nails never get in the way, and now they're getting in the way. Okay, so let's go over what we've done so far. So we have created, first of all, we have lots of thick paper to play with, to work with. So we have more to make than just these 4. So you have this tag here. Again, it's pretty simple and, you know, it's straight to the point. This one here, a little bit more detail. This one here, and then this one here. Okay, and then my glue all up in the way. And clean up your scraps. There we go. Okay, so we have these 4 tags, and then on top of those 4 tags, we also have a couple signature pages that we can go and decorate and whatnot. So there's that. There's this one. This one. It's our little folder. And then there's this one with the 1 tuck spot. Okay? And so that is that. And you take your tags and you can put them in your tuck spots, just like so. So there is that, and I think that's it for this video. The next video we will be going over, let's see, we'll do pocket inserts, and I'll show you guys how to make a pocket within the signature. So yeah, until next time, thank you guys for watching. Bye.